just talking and we just met at the mall, girl.
Should make you stronger.
Trust me, you'll be with that cameras right there. We're gonna get the laughing.
I get my doses from all kinds of sources.
Really?
I don't know, them still
Well,
can't
we be
kill
talking,
me now. You see, as them sing me on the high flow, right now the song is just like taboo. So as the box me down, so I get up. They have to wonder how others get up. And every crack I see, I just see through. I'm really help my man and just get through.
I mean, but you tell me what you know. I'm gonna piggyback off of that. And then we're gonna keep
move any mountain, I trample any building like Hulk. Man better than monster. Dismantle any structure, boy. Trample them, trample them, trample them, trample them. Rip up my shot and bust up my cheese and step on my problems. Then what we gonna do? Trample them, trample them, trample them. Kick out them, kick out my problems, kick out my problems.
DJ Ananana, number one Ananana. DJ Ananana. Party lit and a juggling whole night, forgetting your girlfriend whole night and a busting the plates. How can you live? Ha! And now on stage whining whole night, you over here fetting so high. This is how a party supposed to be. Ha! Don't really wanna intervene, nobody better than the queen. We say no, no. Toronto down to Port of Spain, everybody know she name for show. DJ Anna is trouble in the morning. When the ladies start to push back, when the music start to pump up, DJ Anna make we ramage. Trouble in the morning. Tokyo to Uber, Soca, she done turn the party over, and everybody ready to jump and way. Anna come to make everybody way.
Is niceness, boy. Hands in the sky, we bring the vibes. Once we reach in your vet is niceness, yeah, boy. They can't deny we bring the vibes, and I don't mean to be bossy, but they can't party like we. Once from man so can they, but for sure at Trinidad, they can't party like we. Don't matter time or day, we could start it anyway. You see that trust in there? Keep that. You see that curtain there? Keep that. We don't need your fancy stage, brother. Once the Trinity reach in your vet is niceness, boy. Hands in the sky, we bring the vibes. Once we reach in your vet is niceness, yeah, boy. They can't deny we bring the vibes, and I don't mean to be bossy, but they can't party like we. Once from man so can they, but for sure at 3 days, they can't party like we. Don't matter time or day, we can start it anyway.
It's fire, I beg you please. Turn on the water when we touch down, we reach. It's fire, I beg you please. We don't wanna chase.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. And it's the Stoney Love Show coming to you live right here in Atlanta, Georgia, a.k.a. Sandy Springs. Same thing. Well, I just want to say good morning to you, and I hope that you have gotten your butt up out of bed and that you're still not sleeping, even though we have this beautiful overcast this morning. It's still a beautiful, beautiful morning. I know I was missing something. It was my orange juice, but we'll get that. And have you had your breakfast this morning? Breakfast is the most important thing of the day. It helps stabilize your sugar, and you're always supposed to have a glass of water within 30 minutes of waking up out of bed. Yes. and before you go to bed because it prevents strokes and heart attack. So make sure you always keep some water by your bed during the night so that you can have it to drink. Water is a lifesaver. Our body is made 72% of water, and we need it constantly to replenish. And it's hot out here. Well, sometimes it's hot out here. We have a great show for you today. Today, I will be introducing Miss Kyra Paige. She is an entrepreneur, author, and a nonprofit founder. Excuse me. And I want to tell you. Remember, we talked about this week. No matter what, do the best you can. So the best preparation for tomorrow, and do the best you can. Don't worry about what nobody else is doing. Don't look at the other person and see that they just got a new BMW and you still riding that Spectrum. Just do the best you can. Just know that when it's your turn, because of all of the effort and all of the things that you've put into the universe and all of the positive thoughts and every good thing that you had in you, you've done your best. Now, let me give y'all some of this wicked news. South Korea approves first homemade COVID 19 vaccine. Not the test, but vaccines. So soon, I guess we'll be. I don't know if America's going to do that. Folks be walking around here with needles and stuff and doing other things with them. But anyway, and that Paulding County mother, she ended up with more charges. Attempt to burn. She remember I told you this week she attempted to burn down her house with her 7 kids in it. The other kids got away. 3 were killed. So now she's been charged with malice murder and arson. A Fayetteville man gets life for killing his pregnant wife and the mother with a baseball bat and a knife. And Marta wants to know, do you want more frequent bus services on the fewer routes? So if you're a bus rider, check that out. Check the scheduling and give them some feedback. And R&B singer R. Kelly is due in court for the sex abuse and sentencing sometime today or I believe this week. And after these messages, we'll be right back with Kyra Paige, entrepreneur, author, and nonprofit founder.
name on it, and then they can take it with them.
Yeah.
So it's like a little gift.
Yeah.
So
That'll be cute.
give Mr. Clark some work.
What is it, Julia? Why are you so excited, honey? Oh, hey, do you want to use your talker? Oh, with Julia's autism, using a talker can help her find the words she wants to say.
My dog.
Oh, you want to do something with Rose, Julia?
Play ball.
Do you want to play catch with Rose? Oh, I think Rose is excited to play catch too. Oh, Julia, you show us so many different ways to talk together. Oh, and play. Good catch, Rose. Okay, give Julia the ball. There you go. Okay, throw the ball, Julia. Oh,
For Julia's family, early screening for autism made a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
okay, Julia, there you go. Whoa, another good throw. That's
Welcome back. It's Wonderful Wednesday, and I have with me, as you've long awaited, Miss Kyra Paige. How are you this morning, my dear?
I am good. I am good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, and thank you. I know it was early, and you had a little zigzag on
Yes.
on the interstate. You know, Atlanta. You just never know how they're gonna block you in the morning.
Never know.
But you know what? You made it here, and I just want to say thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
And you are an entrepreneur,
Yes.
author, and nonprofit founder.
Yes.
Let's talk about your entrepreneurship.
Okay.
What is it? What kind of business, you own?
So
Yes.
I own Paige Testing Solutions located in McDonough, Georgia,
Mhm.
where we do drug testing, DNA testing, COVID testing, gender reveals. We do DOT physical. So pretty much all your kind of testings to stay in compliance for working and different things like that.
Okay, so if I swab the baby mouth and I'm dropping by, girl, I need to find out if this is my baby.
Well, I would have to be the one to do the swabbing.
Oh, I can't just stick the Q-tip in there and be like,
No, no.
oh man, us people, we think of all kind of ways.
Right. But
So
I
you
do,
need to-
yes, I
yes.
do it with the Q-tip. It is a mouth swab.
Okay, but not the kind of, not that Q-tip that you get out the store, y'all.
No.
It's a different type.
Yes.
Okay. See, I'm simple-minded, and it's okay. Now that's a great business to have.
Yes.
So, because you're always needed for something. I'm sure.
All the time.
Wow, that's amazing. And how did you get there? Like, how did you create? What made you create that type of business?
So I wanted to get into the trucking industry, and I was like, how can I get into the trucking industry without owning a truck?
Ah,
Drug testing center.
wow. And that's so easy because I have a doctor friend who owns a lab as well. Excuse me, out in the same area in McDonough.
Okay.
Her name is Dr. Lori. Good morning, Dr. Lori. And she does drug testing and lab work and things like that. So that is a very lucrative business.
Yes.
Very, that's great. Great idea.
Yeah.
And we don't have that many of us that are doing it. So that's definitely great.
Yes.
You are a nonprofit. You have a nonprofit organization. Tell us a little
I
bit
do.
more about your nonprofit.
So my nonprofit, the name of my nonprofit is Surviving the Sentence, and Surviving the Sentence is based off a story based on my daughter. So I did write a book. The name of my book is also Surviving the Sentence. So I just wanted to take it a little further after writing the book, and I did get my 501c3 to do the nonprofit.
Now, your 501, your nonprofit, what is it that you offer to the community?
Right now, so I haven't had my grand opening yet. I am going to do that. July 30th is the plan to do the grand opening for Surviving the Sentence, and we're going to do a back to school drive for mothers who have children that's incarcerated.
I love it. I love it. Incarceration is a massive, again, people hear me talk about this a lot on my show, and I have no shame about it. I did 9 years, and mine was for counterfeit. So, prison is the mass of incarceration is a continuation of slavery.
Right.
I'm not saying if you don't do the crime, you shouldn't do the time, because you should. However, a lot of us women were placed in those predicaments, those that chose to make those choices
Right.
to do something to take care of their family so that they can make ends meet. So again, somebody has your back is up against the wall. You make that poor decision. You know, it's either McDonald's or $8,000. You're like, forget it. I'm not going in today. And I've never done fast food, but shout out to all the ones that do lace their boots up and they do go in and flip the burgers. Because if it wasn't for you, when I do decide to come through, I wouldn't get one.
Right.
However, sometimes it's just not enough to feed your family. But then now we have so many women, such as your daughter, such as myself. We have a number now behind our names. Not our social security number,
Right.
but their number that they've given us. And so with that number and with being said, it's kind of sometimes some of us don't bounce back from that because we don't have the support of the family. And it seems like your daughter has that support because you're a strong woman, as I can see. And I mean, not just physically, but I mean in your presence, in your aura, your character. And so she's extremely blessed to be able to, even though she's going through what she's going through, to have you out here campaigning for her and creating things for other mothers that are just like herself.
Right.
Because it's hard. When the mother is gone, does your daughter have children?
She doesn't have children.
Okay. Well, thank God for that, but unfortunate for that. But as time go by, it is unfortunate for the children who get left behind and they don't have a outlet.
Right.
Someone to call or someone to help them. Because sometimes auntie gets tired and goes, these aren't my kids.
Yeah.
Or the uncle gets tired, like, I don't got time. Your mom's in jail. Go do what you want to do. Who cares? So who does that child call? You know, that organization. Where is that number that he remembered that when he went to that last visitation with his mama that she gave him for him to call? So in case somebody don't feed him today, he can pick up the phone and call that organization and say, hey, my mom gave me this number at the last visitation. She's incarcerated. I need help. And we need more nonprofit organizations out there that are helping these children, because my child experienced homelessness during that time, and there was nobody to help him. And I vowed that that would be something that I would do for the next child. And I haven't got around to it, but somehow it's going to happen.
Yeah.
That next child won't have to say, I'm sleeping in a car, or I got to go sleep over this person's house and do this and do that because I don't have anywhere to stay. My mom is incarcerated.
Yeah.
And that's a massive incarceration around the U.S. They've already taken the men out of the home. And when mom is gone,
Yeah, it's broken.
it's broken. So this, when I say your story about your daughter, she's not a mom, but you are.
Right.
So the role is sort of you feel her pain, of course, of being incarcerated. I don't know what that feels like because I know my mother felt that pain,
Right.
but I don't know what that feels like. Explain to us what that feels like every day that you possibly can't get her sentence overturned or help her in some type of way.
It's hurtful. It's hurtful. You know, I have 3 other children. So when it's time for like family functions or family pictures, I don't feel right doing it because I feel like a piece of my family is gone. So I don't feel like doing it. You know, but I know at the same time I have to get past that, if that makes sense, because I still have these other 3 children that I have to be here for.
That's right.
So it's very hard.
So may I ask, what is your daughter incarcerated for?
She was charged with 7 different charges: murder, luring, armed robbery. It was a couple. I can't really think of all the names of, but it was
we get the
it was a
gist.
couple of different ones. Yeah.
Okay. So may I ask, was she guilty, or
She was not.
so she's incarcerated for a crime that she did not commit?
So she did not commit the crime. She was with someone that did commit the crime.
And how old was she when this happened?
18.
And how old is she now?
She is 22 now.
And are you aware that the Supreme Court, a few years ago, overturned sentences where young kids were just riding or they were just with, are overturning those sentences because of that, and they wasn't actually a part of the crime?
No, I haven't seen that or read up on it, but
So
it's
you may want-
interesting. I need
You
to
may
check
want
that
to
out.
check that out, because a lot of those laws since then has changed.
Yeah, I'm always looking for different laws or different things, you know, to read about to see how I can help her.
Yes.
Or how I can, you know, remove her from the situations that she's in.
Does her co-defendants agree that she didn't do it?
No.
Oh, they say she did. So it's a he say she say sort of thing.
I wouldn't say a he said she said kind of thing. He just kind of said that it wasn't him. That was the situation. So they were a couple.
And most women are in jail because of him.
It's yes.
Yes, because that's how I ended up
Yes.
with him.
Yeah. And you know, I try my best to keep her from that situation or from him, period. But you know, these kids, young girls, when they think they in love and, you know, oh mom, I love him, I'ma go with him. You know, it was a kind of situation like that. So
And it's hard to fight that love demon.
it is.
Yeah.
So he wasn't necessarily saying it was her that did it, but he didn't say that it wasn't her either. So that's kind of the situation that she got caught up in.
My God. And so when you wrote this book, was this book hard for you to write because it was your daughter?
It was very hard for me to write, but at the same time, I felt like it was a healing process because instead of me just holding all this in, I was able to write it out.
And so does she have an opportunity to come home for parole?
No.
No chance.
Well, that's what they're saying. That's not what I'm saying. And
That
that's
ain't
not
what
what my
God
God
say.
said either.
Now, was there any DNA involved?
No.
So you got a lot of room to fight. You know that, right? Yeah, because anytime there's a murder and with no chance of parole, you need some type of DNA. And you may want to talk to the Innocence Project.
Okay. I've heard of them. I haven't reached out to them, but I have heard of them.
Yes, I when I was in, I did a lot of legal work, and shout out to all the women that I got a chance to set free. I did a lot of legal work, so just listening to little bits and pieces, I hear a lot of cracks. And I'm not a lawyer, but just from reading, from where I had to read a lot, it sounds like a big loophole she can just jump through and jump right out.
I hope so.
So it's all about the right lawyer and having the right researcher at that time for what she, might have been going through. When we come back, we want to talk more about this your nonprofit organization and your plans on how you how it's gonna impact the community once you get it all together.
Okay.
We'll be back with Miss Kyra Paige, y'all.
The yells if somebody messed up.
Perfect.
Because we know Sunday dinner, it's going to be something to smile and laugh as a family.
Here again. You gotta wash your hands. At least for 20 seconds. We got the soap right here.
Growing up as a child, even though we had a small family, it was only 4 of us, we always sat around the table, and that was passed down from my grandparents. We would always sit around the table, so having the family around just made the food taste better because, you know, we did it all together, we prepared it all together. I guess innately, that's just what I wanted to do for our kids. What's happening down there?
What you doing, buddy? I should see your belly button.
Sunday dinner in our household means kids running around in the kitchen, the kids alternating, trying to help out, teaching them new things and incorporate everything they like. So we really involve them. What do you want for Sunday dinner, you know? So we can put it on the menu and make it together. Some more. Now that we're vegan in this family, the kids have more options and they have tried new things.
Like stuff that when I was that age, I wouldn't even touch,
Right.
you know, so they're exposed to some different things, which I think is awesome. Now they're able to show their personality with asking us about things, whether it's something that they just want to learn more about or if they just want to ask us about our day.
Right.
But them being intentional about their questions, about them learning, about us being together as a family.
And then the kids always, they
set the
table. That's their job. You go set the table.
Is that good? So after y'all get a chance to try some of the delicious food, we gotta start with highs and lows.
But we said, listen, everybody have their own high and low for the day or the week that they want to share during dinner time.
Right.
And it was something that was really significant because everyone started to have their own voice. You know, we help to get the kids out of their shell by having the highs and lows.
And it's routine now. Like,
yes.
We don't even have to prompt it now. The girls are like, oh, you didn't say your, let's start our highs and our lows. I think it makes them happy, you know, as children, that they know that it's an expectation at the end of the day. You put your computer down, you put your pad down, you put your book down, and there's nothing but, you know, our voices across the table.
Sitting around the table is just something that it doesn't require a lot, and you just come together.
It strengthens our bond as a family because we sit down and it's very purposeful. And I think it's a safe place.
It's about the experience in the moment and enjoying time with the family, because that's the most important thing. As long as we are able to come together and just see one another, and that means more to me than anything. I do remember all of the smells that came out of the kitchen, the laughter, the yells if somebody messed up.
Perfect.
Because we know Sunday dinner, it's going to be
morning show. Are you guys up yet? Because I'm telling you, y'all, I think y'all still in the bed. Wake up. Wake up. Come on now. Y'all got to get with the program. I got Miss Kyra Paige with me today. She is an entrepreneur. She owns a lab company, right?
Yes, drug testing and lab.
Drug testing. So if y'all have to get your drug testing done, your job just may send you to her office, which is in McDonough, Georgia. And if you want to know if that baby is yours, are you the father? Oh, we need to do some of those on this show.
Right.
I'm like, wait a minute. I need to find out. I'm trying to find out if my stepbrother really my stepbrother. I asked my daddy the other day. He talking about leave it alone. Oh, daddy, you know that ain't your baby. Because I'm trying to figure out if I got to share these millions of dollars with these folks. Because we need to know now. We need to know. Because, daddy, when you gone, we can't be asking these people. Open his mouth and let's get a swab. Because when they're dead, you can't do it, right?
No, but you can test, like, if it's you and the brother, I could still test y'all to see if y'all are siblings.
I know we ain't. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go steal a can.
I cannot do it with no can.
You can't, because there was his saliva on the can. I see it on the 48 hours. That don't work. They be lying.
Nah, I don't know if baby live, but I can't do it like that.
Oh,
They might have a
no.
different technique than what I have.
Okay, because on the 48-hour show, they be like, we just going to hang around waiting to put that cigarette out.
Right.
Then they get it in and put it in the bag.
So they probably have a different technique, but me, I have to swap them out.
Oh, dang. I'm sorry. I be watching too much TV. Reality chick. Wow. So it's all different ways to do the DNA.
Right.
Do you do blood as well?
So I do blood only for moms that are pregnant though. So moms that are pregnant, if dads come in and they want a DNA test done with that mom, it's a blood draw for the mom.
Oh, to see if that's my daddy, baby daddy. Okay. Well, I'm just trying to thinking about some things. I'm sorry, but I know who my baby daddy is. I have no doubt. Trust me. I had 3 kids, 1 man, so they all look alike and they all crazy. So that was enough. That was check.
Crazy.
Oh yeah. You kind of know when the seed done came from the tree. You just look at it and you're like, yep. And back then, mamas could tell you.
Yeah.
They're like, that ain't Billy's baby. Them eyes don't look nothing like Billy. And that's, I know, I'm kind of, I don't know. But so, when you decided, let's get back to this book here. Surviving the Sentence. And this was therapeutic for you.
Yes.
And healing for your soul about your baby. How does she feel about you writing this book for her?
She actually has a chapter in there.
Oh, she wrote a chapter.
Yes. She wrote a chapter and her dad.
Really? Now, how has this affected him?
So, he's affected by it, but he has kind of been in and out of the system also. So he made it home just in time to be there for her sentencing.
Oh, what a bittersweet.
Yeah.
My God.
But he did write a chapter in there, so he has his intake in there of what he felt and what he went through.
Wow. I'm really so sorry that this has happened. But we just never know what people are going through and how I'm kind of speechless because it's heartbreaking. She's young and she has so much. This is like the best years of her life.
Yeah.
Like, and every day you wake up there, you see how it is out here and it's gray.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's like. No matter even if the sun is shining, everything is gray. And it's like, I hope for her that she stays strong and she continues to believe and know that there's a loophole somewhere. And God, He makes no mistakes. And there are a lot of us that had to go through the wilderness in order to come out and be such a sensation to the world.
Yeah.
So the remainder of her life will be the latter of her life, will be a greater than this part of her life. She will come out and do great things. And just know that. And I hope to meet her when she does come, because I see her coming.
She coming.
She coming.
She coming.
And I don't know, I've never met her, but I see her coming. And everybody who knows me know that when I say something, I am 99.9 like that DNA. I'm usually right. I'm usually right. Now, your nonprofit organization, I know you got the back to school that's coming up for August. Is that August?
July, the end of July.
End of July? So is there a way people can donate and give you stuff?
Yes. So we are doing, we have a donate box inside of Paige Testing Solutions, which is at 600 West Ridge Parkway, Suite 714. We will be posting about it this week or next week where people could donate right from, the site where they could donate to do school supplies.
Oh, wow. So is that the only services that you guys are offering at the nonprofit?
Right now, that's the only thing that I'm offering. But my future is I actually want to do a transitional home for women that's coming home.
My God.
I want to do reentry back into society.
Wow. I get full. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is something that's much needed. I know we have halfway houses in Georgia around the world. but we need more
Yeah.
personable ones that people, because everybody can't go into another system.
Right.
They just tired.
Hmm.
They need some tender love and care when they come home,
Yeah.
and they need some extra direction, and
Hmm.
they need comfort.
Yeah, and I don't want it to feel like they're
Another
still locked up.
institution,
Right. I
right?
don't want it to feel like that.
Because that's what Dismas House and all of those other ones.
Hmm.
They still have a fence around the
Yeah.
facility.
Yeah. I don't want it like that.
Wow,
Hmm.
that's beautiful. So, transitional home is in the making
Hmm.
with a nonprofit organization, and people can donate to you. How about clothing and things like that for
Yes.
children?
Hmm.
Okay, so is there like a hotline where children can contact your facility if they need help?
We don't have a hotline, but they can definitely call my office phone.
Oh, she's real. Okay,
Yeah, they
I
can
like
call my
it.
office phone. They can ask for me. If someone else answers the phone, they can ask directly for Kaya, and I'll definitely talk to them and see what I can help them with.
So y'all hear that, kids, young adults? If your parents are incarcerated and there's no one out here to help you, you can call Miss Page, and she will do her best to help you.
Hmm. And also mothers that have children that's incarcerated. You know, a lot of mothers don't have outlets either. They don't know how to deal with it. So mothers, I want to talk to mothers too.
Okay. So mothers that have children
That's
incarcerated,
yes.
and then maybe they have, a lot of children when they're incarcerated, the mothers end up taking care of the little
Right.
kids, and they need some type of resources, just
Hmm.
not just food stamps and Medicaid, but they need resources like for shoes and
Right.
excuse me, and maybe a little clothing here and there,
Hmm.
extra food.
Right.
So you guys will help with that?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Hmm.
beautiful. So make sure you tell everybody where they can find you again.
I'm on social media on all platforms as Page Testing Solutions. I am also on Facebook as Kyra Paige. My office is in McDonough, Georgia. Like I said, Page Testing Solutions at 600 West Ridge Parkway, Suite 714, McDonough, Georgia. The phone number there is 470-507-0040.
Now, where can we get a copy of Surviving the Sentence by Kyra
Surviving the
Page?
Sentence is in the office. It's also on Barnes& and Noble, Books A Million, Amazon. It's on Walmart. So it's on all platforms as well.
She ain't playing, y'all. Mama Page is not playing. So you heard her. You got the phone number. If you don't, rewind the show and get the information. I'll post this also on my page so that you'll have the information. And so make sure you grab the book, Surviving the Sentence, okay, by Kyra Page. Thank you, Miss Page, for joining us today. And if you want to be successful, you can't just sit here and watch the Stoney Love show every day, all day. I would love to. I like that. But never give up. Never give up on you.
Never.
Never. Because you'll never end up at the top. And I'll see you at the top in the morning.